Hi, I'm Veronica with WatchMojo.com, and today fitness expert Shelly McDonald is giving us some tips and tricks so we too can have Tina Turner legs. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're about to see?
I'm going to try to show you exercises that incorporate a lot of the parts of the leg, not just the typical quads and the glutes, but hamstrings, inner thigh, outer thigh, so that you don't have to do as many exercises, yet you get more bang for your buck per se, and exercises that can give you enough resistance that you don't need weights.
Now, even though we want Tina Turner worthy legs, we should still work out our entire body, right?
This is typical of women to go for their legs and their abs, okay? So from the waist down, that's what women want, and usually from the waist up is what guys want. But due to postural issues, neck pain issues, we need to work everything. So to get those Tina Turner legs, I'm going to show you about 4 different exercises to help you get there. Now the first one is a squat, and it's a very functional exercise, and most people don't really know how to do a squat properly, but I'll show you how to start to learn. Simply take a chair and stand in front of it, and then put your feet about hip distance apart. So all you do is sit in the chair and stand up. Now key points to this is to look down and make sure that your knees don't pass your toes. Most people, when they do a squat, their heels come up and their knees go forward, and it can be really uncomfortable on the knees. This way you fire up a lot more of the glutes and the back of the thighs and those quadriceps. And then when you feel like you've got that movement, you get rid of the chair and you do it all on your own. Now when it gets to be a little too easy, that's when you start to pick up some weights. Another great exercise for the legs is the lunge. Now there's different phases to the lunge. You want to start with the stationary lunge. You want to take your feet apart so that you feel like there's a little bit of stretch in the back leg. Tuck your hips under just a little bit and then bend both knees. The knee does not go in front of the toe, and you balance on the back toe, and most of the weight goes into the thighs and the buns on the front leg. Now the next phase is the forward lunge. So you start with your feet hip distance apart and you step forward, heel toe contact, and you really push hard to come back. Again, the knee stays in line with the ankle if you can, shoulders over the hips, and lifting your back heel. Now when these get a bit too easier, you can simply walk with them. Step and together. Step and together, and continue to work those thighs and buns. One more variation if you wanted to add inner thighs is step out and together, and out and together. Make sure that back knee, everything lines up straight forward so that you get that inner thigh pull. And of course, once you've mastered all that, pick up those dumbbells and add some weight. Okay, another great exercise to help incorporate your inner thighs and outer thighs into your squat and make it a really complete leg workout is the wide squat or the plie. So we're gonna start in plie position with your feet quite wide. You wanna think about your back as if it's sliding against a wall, and you continually try to push your knees towards the back of the room to open up those inner thighs. And you can add a little calf work to it if you like, to make it a little more intense. That way you get the lower limbs happening. And then if you want to make it more intense, drag the foot in and really fire up those inner thighs more. The next step, soccer kick, without moving those hips. And then when you want to add the outer thighs, you turn your feet forward and you kick up to the side. And that way, with that exercise, you get front, back of the thighs, your buns, and inner and outer thighs. Here's a little exercise I like to do that you can do at home with a chair. Straight legs, shoulders down, arms out. You're gonna squeeze your buns and lift your hips. Now roll down one vertebrae at a time, and then when you want to make it a little bit harder, you simply bend your knees and either put your feet a little bit flatter on the chair or heels, and then push straight up. Keep your chin up and push all the way up. Now the third and hardest version is the one-legged. So you want one leg up and you want to push through that one leg, and the intensity is quite a bit more. So you're going to feel this exercise a lot through the hamstrings and the glutes.